Today, we're going to talk character. Now, we've all heard Rick Warren has said God is more interested in your character than your comfort. He also said God is more interested in making your life holy than he is in making your life happy. And is that possible? Can I follow God and have an abundant life and not be happy and not have comfort? Well, those who have died for the faith would say absolutely. In fact, Luke, who was a physician that follows Jesus after the fact of his life on earth, he is inspired by the Holy Spirit to write the Gospel of Luke and the book of Acts about the early church. In just Luke, he says, in order to follow Jesus, he says we have to die to ourselves and take up our cross and follow him. And that for Luke wasn't some imaginary possibility. It was a fact that had already occurred. He also says anyone who looks back instead of putting his hand to the plow, they don't get to follow Jesus, which was really a reference back to the Old Testament where Elisha is being called. And Elijah says, if you don't want to come with me, that's fine, go home. He does go home, but it's to burn his plow, to cook these sacrificed oxen that mean he can never come back. That's what it means to follow him. That's character. And then 2 Corinthians, Paul puts it this way. He says, when we follow Jesus, become a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, all things have become new. There is a lot of us that believes if we follow Jesus, God somehow owes us, right? He owes us comfort. He owes us the answer to our prayers. He owes us something when really the fact that we follow Jesus is because he has given everything. He has given us the right to an abundant life we never could have had without him because he was willing to take up his cross and follow God. So he is asking nothing of us that he wouldn't do himself and hasn't already done. So I want you to hear this passage from the Message. And I want you to, as you do, think about your character and your following of God and how well you do that. Here's what it says in Ephesians 4, verses 22 through 24. Take on an entirely new way of life, a God-fashioned life, a life renewed from the inside and working itself into your conduct as God accurately reproduces his character in you. This week, I want you to ask God, what is it that you want in my character so that I more accurately reproduce your character in my own life? And when you do, ask God to help you live into what he has already paid for in your life, the holiness of God living in you. May you grow in character this week.